taking three.
Going for the St. Louis now.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
You get your two?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course, and happy holidays to everyone. Obviously, I hope everyone had a great holiday season the past few days. I know I definitely did. I am back at my home base here, so service is resuming as normal. We'll see about New Year's, though. Depends on how many drinks I have. So, we are coming back with an episode of Ever Wonder today. I figured it was a good time to show off, or rather to get off another episode of Ever Wonder here. Considering we haven't had one in a little while, what with the holidays and traveling and all. So we're going to kick that off here today, and the first clip we are looking at is a ranked battle clip, and I am in my Mogami, so you can see that my team is crushing fairly well here, right? And I'm getting a little overconfident at this point because I'm starting to realize that no matter what, we are going to win this battle, and yes, we do in fact go on to win the battle. So with that overconfidence in mind, I decide, yeah, I'm going to take on a North Carolina. Why not? The reason why I figure I can take on this North Carolina is that I have another allied ship there in front of me. There he is there. It's another North Carolina. So, you know, battleship versus battleship. I figure that North Carolina will be focusing at my North Carolina. Yes, you can see shots going into my North Carolina. So, yeah, that just all goes to feed the overconfidence here. What I'm not realizing is that this captain in the North Carolina, you know, he doesn't necessarily want to go down without a fight. Yeah. The whole time I was focused on the North Carolina, never even noticed the Amagi in the background. He only just popped up there at the end, and he takes me out. Yes, it's all over, and I was stupid as well in the overconfidence and gave a nice broadside. Yeah. So next clip we're looking at, again, another ranked battle, back in the Amagi as well. And we are talking broadside. So as we saw in the first clip there, a little overconfident, gave a broadside, wasn't really paying attention. Sort of same thing happens here, right? I'm cruising around. We've already killed one of their destroyers. I just took, you know, or rather just checked out that destroyer on the other side of the island there just to see if I could get a shot off at him. Turns out I can't. There are some battleships in behind A that I'm not really focused on. Those battleships I really should be focused on. Because I'm not focused on them and focused on the destroyers in the background, I am giving nice broadsides to the battleships. There we can see one pop up in the background there who are more or less sniping off any cruisers like myself, right? Who are being stupid and just opening up broadsides to them. So even though the battleships in the background are Colorados, it is still devastating what happens. So, I mean, and I didn't really... You can see too, right? Like I'm targeting this Thotgor, and I didn't really consider the Colorados as being a threat, because frankly, I don't think a Colorado is that great for a ranked battle. But as you all know, it's not the ship, it's the captain, right? The ship really has very little to do with it, as much as, or you know, and at the end of the day, it comes down to the captain's skill, is what I'm trying to get at. So you can see shots coming in from the Colorados, and I'm like, oh crap, and yeah, tried to get myself out of there, but there was just no time at all. Those shots came in, finished me off. Yeah, so don't underestimate the enemy, and again, broadsides, right? We really got to watch our broadsides at all times. It's hard to do, but we need to do it. Next clip we're looking at in the old Nuremberg. You can see I am under heavy air attack right now, so I just took some dive bombers. I can see that there are torpedo bombers there as well, and more dive bombers. So I'm not willing to use my my repair just yet, because I know that these torpedo bombers, you can see I've got them targeted with the AA, I know that they are coming in at me, and in case I actually hit one of these torpedoes, I want to be able to repair the damage right away. So it looks good in terms of being able to avoid those torpedoes. Unfortunately, I have oversteered, yes, and you can see that the torpedo is coming, it's coming, there we go, get hit with the torpedo, damn it. Second torpedo squadron comes in, does the old crisscross pattern here, and I end up taking 2 more torpedo hits. I was surprised that I actually survived that, frankly. Because I didn't repair anything, I was able, or didn't use my repair rather, I was able to repair right away. So now, you know, I'm not taking any damage, but I have no health left. There we go. One little shell comes in and I am gone. Just over and done with. So Yeah, I mean, German AA on these lower tier cruisers, not the best AA, frankly. You really want to try to stick with some ships here, some of your allies. In the Thotgor now, so you can see that I'm under attack here from some enemy destroyers in the background. We can't really see each other right, but we're shooting torpedoes off. So, alright, gotta dodge that torpedo. There we go, fantastic. Thinking, alright, this isn't too bad. See the torpedo bomber squadron there that's coming up with one plane in it? Yeah, completely underestimated that guy. Wasn't paying attention at all. I was more happy like, oh yeah, good, I got a torpedo hit there. I've got some more torpedoes on the way out to the cruiser, or to the battleship over there. Doesn't look like they're going to hit, but whatever, just going to line up things. And torpedo bomber, the one torpedo bomber, just launched his torpedo at me, and I'm thinking, oh crap. Yeah. You'll notice in chat as well that the aircraft carrier captain is ecstatic. He just can't believe what just took place. Frankly, I can't believe what just took place. Very, very sad. Very sad indeed. One torpedo bomber. That's all it takes, right? Just one torpedo bomber, too many, and I'm done. Maybe I even should have turned on my AA there just to not chance it. I don't know. But wasn't able to pull that one off, and I sink in shame. There I go, ship is gone. Shameful. Very, very shameful. Moving into the next clip here, we can see it. I am in my Fubuki today. What is an episode of Ever Wonder without the casual detonation? Yes. So lining up torpedoes here on some targets off in the distance. Feeling pretty good about chances here, right? I mean, I've got about half health, so I'm not too concerned about too much. As long as I can stay hidden, I'm going to be in a good position here as well. You can see that the game itself is fairly close at this time, so we really want to focus, or rather I'm trying to focus on the defense of my base. At least maybe, I don't know, kill some ships hopefully, and go off and maybe cap the enemy base. So that's the general plan here. Up pops a dive bomber squadron. There he is there, we can see him, he's coming in. I have my AA turned on because I don't really need it turned off at this point. So I target the the dive bombers, and yeah, they start coming in, and I'm thinking it might be all right. They might just go away. Okay, yeah, the first squadron not going to touch me. Unfortunately, the second squadron is. So I get distracted because there's an enemy ship over there. Put some shots into me. Dodge those shots. Enemy dive bombers come in. Yeah. It's all over. And I got detonated. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, what is an episode of Ever Wonder without at least one detonation, right? We gotta have the one. Sort of mandatory, I suppose. Now, back in the Nuremberg. So it's Nuremberg versus Mitsuki. This clip here is nice little lesson here to try to always remember to count the torpedo spreads of the torpedo that you're fighting. So we're fighting a Mitsuki. So we know that the Mitsuki has two torpedoes, or can fire two torpedo spreads with 3 torpedoes in each. So, 2 triple torpedo launchers is what it's got. So that's what we know, and there it is there. So I know he's off in the smoke, he's hiding, he's fairly stationary at this time. So I'm going to put whatever shots I can, at least guess where he is and get those shots off, because they've got a great reload on the Nuremberg here. In the meantime, I'm also taking evasive maneuvers because I'm fully aware that torpedoes might be coming in. Acoustic sonar is on, so that is good as well. Fire off my torpedoes, just sort of speculative, right? I figure he might be over there based on where I saw him last, and if he's moving forward ever so slightly, because I know he's still in the smoke, those might hit him. There is one torpedo spread that he fired at me, okay? So one torpedo spread. So at this point, I should be aware that he still has one remaining, but I'm not thinking about that at all. All I'm thinking about is, oh god, there he is, we gotta kill him as quick as possible. And you can see that I'm actually closing the distance with him. I'm not really maneuvering away, and I'm setting myself up here, right? Excuse me. There is the second torpedo spread. Damn. Nothing I can do, but thankfully, I do actually manage to kill him. So at the very least I got that, but you'll notice as well at the team score here, kind of tragic that I died. We really needed to survive there. Moving on back in the Thotgor here. So what we are looking at is another torpedo fail. Yes. Very tragic. So cruising around in my Thotgor fairly early in the battle. No one on my team has died as of yet, and we managed to kill one enemy destroyer. there goes some torpedoes. Dodged them, wasn't really that big of a deal. I mean, I was in a good position to dodge them anyway. So alright, okay, thinking everything is cool. I do know that there's a destroyer around. Not too concerned. I see his smoke over there, and I figure I've got lots of room here to maneuver just in case he does actually decide to come at me. In the meantime, I pop my smoke. Here comes some torpedoes that I didn't see. Damn it. Yeah, that was real close, wasn't it? So immediately takes out a lot of my health. I start to flood, so I have to repair it. Now all of a sudden I've got enemy ships popping up in front of me. I do not have any hit points remaining. Took a big hit there from the cruiser in the background, and yeah, it's all over. Thotgor, I am done. So moving into the next clip here, you can see that I am in the York. So I've got quite a few York fails today for us as well, considering that, I grinded out the York for a little while there to get to the Admiral Hipper, so may as well work through the York replays that I have. So you can see I have grounded myself, yes. Fairly controversial that I grounded myself. I guess I just got a little too close, slowed me down a little, maybe, scraped the hull a little there, but really screwed me over. So reduced my speed, yes. Now I've got all these torpedoes on their way in. Because my speed was reduced, I just don't have the ability to get out of the range of at least all of the torpedoes. Yeah, take 3 and I'm gone. It's all over. Damn these torpedo fails. Next, keeping with the York, you can see us here. This is just a general York fail. Moving on, you can see that I am duking it out here with enemy cruisers, right? And I'm trying to get myself out of a position where I keep taking incoming fire, because it is an OBA that's firing at me, and he has some fairly decent 8-inch cannons on him. So there's, I really want to try to just not take too much damage from this guy, because you'll notice as well that there are a lot of enemy ships behind us and things that we're going to have to deal with. Actually, that is an Atlanta, not an OBA. Yeah. So anyway, managed to kill the Atlanta. Fantastic. Alright, I think. So now I got to turn, line up my cannons. Now this is before the patch, the most recent patch here, 0.5.2. So the turret turn traverse on the York is still what it used to be. It's not the upgraded one. I was turning to try to get lined up on the enemy battleship in the background, and unfortunately, blam. Yeah. It's all over. Nothing more I can do in the York. Here we go in the Miyoko. Now, this is a recovery from a very stupid play that I made. So right at the beginning of the battle, I went right over here to sea, came down this channel, and didn't really have a whole lot of support. You can see I do have an Omaha there with me. Yeah, not so great. Unfortunately, though, I've got a bunch of enemy ships to contend with, and I know that this is going to be a battle here where I'm going to duke it out, and I'm not going to walk away from this. So there are a total of 4 enemy ships that I'm going to be dueling off. We only see 3 right now. The 4th hasn't popped up as of yet. So focusing on this Pensacola here that I've got, shooting into him, just trying to maneuver around wildly as well to avoid any shots. You can see that the 4th enemy ship has now popped up. Fantastic, I think to myself. This is just great, Thotgor. Why did you do this? So an enemy Omaha comes around, and I figure, if I'm going down, I'm taking someone with me, god damn it. So I'm lining up my cannons here on the enemy Omaha. Armor piercing is loaded because these are all cruisers that I'm fighting against. So fire off some shots at the Omaha. There they go. Fantastic. Get 2 citadels, take him out. I think, alright, I've done it. Now I can die in peace. Wait a second. Look at this Cleveland. He's coming in, and I still have my torpedoes, so alright, why the hell not? So I fire off a full spread of my torpedoes. I'm on fire, I'm going down there. Like I say, there's no way that I'm walking away from this, but at the very least, maybe I can take down another enemy ship before I go. So torpedoes are on their way, just need to wait for them to hit the Cleveland. There we go, fantastic. At least I defended the point for a little while. Moving into the next clip, you can see in my Mogami, this is a ranked battle. Things were not going very well for me. Now for the team, things were going alright, but you'll notice I just took a huge hit and have barely any hit points remaining. Again, I am not watching my broadsides, and again it is around this A point here, right? Something I really need to work on. I don't know about you guys, but I just generally suck at this staying behind this A point on fault line here in a ranked battle. There's no cover, right? And I always get caught up with other ships around me and forget about my broadsides. Anyway, next clip in the Mogami once again, and you can see that again it's another ranked battle. So we are winning this battle here. We really, did it and pulled it off. It was a pretty epic battle. But anyway, I'm getting overconfident. So there is an enemy ranger, so I'm putting shots into him. Ally takes him out. Fantastic. I figured the turpets here in front of me would be able to deal with the enemy turpets that it's like, basically in my face. Unfortunately, my ally turpets wasn't able to do it because he did take one torpedo from the enemy turpets there. So his health is almost gone. In fact, he is about to die. I get off some last shots into an enemy Thotgor over there. Oh god, I think to myself, Thotgor, you really don't want to die. Just try and survive until we win this battle. Enemy turpets is really bearing down on me, but I'm still focused on that Thotgor. So finally, I'm in my turn here, and I'm going to try and get some torpedoes off at this turpets. Maybe, I think to myself, maybe I can survive, because I do have a bit of hit points left here, and at least I'll survive and we can win the battle, and I can say hooray. I'm on fire a bunch of times, though, unfortunately, from the enemy turpets. My torpedoes are off. Enemy turpets gets a last salvo into me and takes me out. Thankfully, my torpedoes did, get the target, and I do manage to take out that enemy turpets. We do go on to win the battle, but damn it, I would have liked to survive. In the York now, you can see as well, in the York, on fault line, and for whatever reason, I have it in my mind that I gotta lead this charge here. I'm gonna take on this North Carolina and this Iowa all on my own. Yep. That's what's in my mind. Don't know why. Fairly crazy. Maybe I had too much food that day. I don't know. Shots coming in from the enemy Iowa. So I was fairly lucky there, right? I thought, okay, that is great, Thotgor. Fantastic. Let's keep this up. We're going to angle our ship really well here. So I'm just turning slightly so I can get the aft cannons fired. Nice full salvo. Continue my turn to try and continue to get myself back into position to angle myself. Shots coming in from the North Carolina and the Iowa. Yeah. Take me out. No surprise there. What was I thinking? In the Marblehead now. And again, I made a stupid play over here on the east side of the map, and I'm trying to run away. There is an enemy destroyer in front of me, but I also have an ally destroyer in front of me. So I think, okay, alright, maybe I can survive this. So torpedoes are incoming. My friendly destroyer. Look at that dodge he managed. That was amazing. My friendly destroyer managed to get his torpedoes off as well. The enemy destroyer is turning into those torpedoes, and thankfully those torpedoes do end up taking out the enemy destroyer. Fantastic. Now we have to deal with this Konigsberg. I have no hit points remaining. I do have armor piercing loaded up right now. Enemy Konigsberg fires off his torpedoes and right at my friendly destroyer. So unfortunately my friendly destroyer is not going to be able to get out of that, and there he goes. Now it's me and the Konigsberg. The Konigsberg does have a Cleveland in support in the background. I know I'm not going to survive this. My steering is now gone as well. Enemy ships are shooting at me from behind in the channel. Oh my god, I'm thinking, what am I doing, Thotgor? Get myself into some smoke though, so I figure, it's okay. Enemy Konigsberg grounds himself. Fantastic. And he's not focused on me directly. You can see his shots are still going out to an ally ship behind me. So this is my chance. So immediately start firing off guns as fast as I possibly can. And I'm doing a bit of damage here to him, which is not too bad at all because I do have armor piercing loaded up. Enemy shots came into me though, finished me off, no surprise there, but I did finish off that Konigsberg and got some nice little hits in doing so. So fantastic, at least I took someone with me. In the Marblehead, and as well as at this point in the video, I'll point out that the resolutions are going to get a little weird because this is while I was recording on holiday, and like I said, the monitor I was using at the time wasn't my normal monitor, so the resolutions were a little wonky. So that's why things are looking a little different now, but anyway, in the Marblehead here, and I'm facing off against this Oba. Now, I was getting overconfident once again in this battle. We were kicking ass, and I just charged up here once we killed everything in the south and was like, alright, I'm just going in here, we're going to take things out. So immediately start putting shots into the Oba, and then switch over to the Fuso, because I think, oh, well, the Fuso's the lowest target here, maybe I should be firing at the Fuso, set some fires to him, do a bit of damage here and whatnot, right? So launch off some torpedoes at the Fuso as well. Damn it. Right? You really don't want to be the first target to pop up, or to be, the target of interest for the enemy ships when you are in cruisers. It's generally a bad idea because frankly, you know, your cruisers just don't have the armor, especially when you're facing off against enemy battleships. It's just not going to work out. In case you were wondering, my torpedoes are about to hit the Fuso, but Allied torpedoes come in, take out the Fuso before my torpedoes do, so I don't even get that satisfaction. Moving into the Ognivoy. Now, this is actually the maiden voyage of the Ognivoy. Yes, I managed to get this over the holidays. Yeah, I'm not so great at the Russian destroyers, but I'm still working on it. Anyway, cruising around here, trying to figure out the ship itself, and you can see that I've got some smoke here in front of me, right? And I'm not really thinking about the fact that the torpedoes on this ship are completely secondary, right? I know there's at least one enemy destroyer. There he is. There he popped up, and then out pops this second destroyer. So I was like, oh, is this the same one? It must be the same one. So, you know, put shots into this guy. Figure that I'm a fairly safe distance away from them and be able to dodge any incoming torpedoes that may happen. But again, I wasn't thinking that there were actually two destroyers in this smoke. I thought that the destroyer that I was shooting at was the same one. No, here's the second destroyer. He circled around, launches his torpedoes at me. I launched my torpedoes at him. There's nothing I can do to avoid these torpedoes. You can see I'm in wild maneuvers, but no. They hit me. I'm gone. Luckily, though, my torpedoes also hit that enemy destroyer, killed him, and we got a double first blood. We each got a first blood on that, so not too shabby at all. In terms of maiden voyage, though, pretty sad, I suppose. Typical. In the Kagero now, and you can see that I have fired off my torpedoes. Yes, so my torpedoes are reloading. I'm thinking I'm all smart in my torpedo shots here. They were off to the port side, and I figured those were good shots as well. I am going to do some damage here. Right there, they go there. Fantastic. Not taking a look or paying attention to how many enemy destroyers they have in the team. Up pops a Fletcher. Damn it, I think. This is just the worst. I'm done, basically. Battle is more or less just started as well. Enemy Fletcher here launches one spread of torpedoes. I'm easily able to dodge these, but in doing so, position myself. I just can't dodge these ones. Get some final shots off into the Fletcher in rage. But, you know, good kudos to the Fletcher there. He just popped out of nowhere and took me out right at the beginning. It was very, very sad and expensive. Yes, very, very expensive. And, you know, the torpedoes I shot off, they didn't actually hit a damn thing. No. Last clip of the day today for our video. You can see I'm with Beer Man here. We're both in Fusos. I am under heavy air attack. So I just got, you know, dive bombed. I just took some torpedoes. There's the torpedo from the torpedo bombers as well. And I'm, oh, damn it, right? In comes more torpedo bombers. Two more torpedo bomber squadrons. So I'm holding off on the repair. I take another dive bomber squadron, and they're doing some pretty heavy damage to me. I decide, no, I gotta repair this damage here. So repair the damage, start healing myself. The enemy torpedo bombers come in, they get their spreads off, and they hit me with just a whole crap ton of torpedoes. Luckily, somehow, I managed to hold on. I'm not flooding, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, Beer Man is laughing his ass off because he can't believe I just survived that. And I'm thinking, alright, this isn't too bad. Maybe I can survive this, maybe. There is an enemy battleship in the background. There comes his shots. He just did, you know, it wasn't a bunch of damage, but it was enough damage that the next salvo that came in takes me out, and I'm gone. All over. Damn. Well, that's today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoy it, and like I say, I'm back. We're gonna have normal service here, so it means daily videos for you guys. Hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, hit the old like button. Leave any comments you have for me at all. Love reading those comments, responding back to them. Hit the old subscribe button as well if you're not a subscriber to the channel. You will not be disappointed. Again, happy holidays to everyone out there. You know, wishing all of you, your friends, your family, your pets, anything else that's significant to you, wishing all the best to you guys. And thank you so much for sticking around, watching the video through, and as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.